On behalf of R4 Retreat Centers, I would like to thank you for agreeing to volunteer at the R4 Family Retreat. My name is Sarah Mayo, and I am the volunteer coordinator for R4.
Hello!
This video will provide a short training about R4's history and expectations, as well as provide you with information about the families we will be serving. R4 Retreat Center was founded in 2014 by Jamie Kuzma after reading the book Circle Maker. God laid a vision on Jamie's heart to serve families through camping and retreat-style ministry that would provide families that have a child with a disability, rest for the body, restoration of spirit, renewal of the mind, and Rapha, or healing, for the heart. These 4 R's, rest, restoration, renewal, and Rapha, are the heartbeat of our vision and mission at R4. Since 2014, God has raised up a board of directors. We have secured 501c3 status, and God has provided leadership to enable R4 to build programming, such as the Blessing Bag Ministry, mini camps, get-togethers, as well as this spring break camp, all using the resources that God has provided. Our retreat week will be an incredible time of providing rest, restoration, renewal, and Rapha to some fantastic families. The schedule of the week has been prayed over, and every minute is planned to ensure a balance for the families that are in attendance. We are asking that all volunteers observe similar guidelines while volunteering at R4. We all have unique, God-given characteristics and are complex people. I can describe myself as blonde, one who tans in the summer with pretty hands, doll-like eyes, and a huge belly laugh. I'm a special educator by trade, and I struggle with being too sarcastic at times. I also have invisible disabilities, as I have an autoimmune disease, and I have a frozen shoulder, which has been a real pain lately. This said, I do not wish to be identified as autoimmune disease girl, but I do like being identified by my name, as most people do. A person with a disability is a person first. For example, one is not a wheelchair user, they are a person who uses a wheelchair. A person who has autism is not an autistic child, but a child who has autism. Notice that the person is stated first, with the characteristic that the person has, not suffers from, has, is mentioned second. I am a person with blue eyes, not a blue-eyed person. My friend is a person with Down syndrome, not a Down syndrome kid. More information can be found through video links on our website. The Family Retreat will provide an experience to serve families that have children with a variety of disabilities. We have campers that have Down syndrome, autism, developmental delays, physical disabilities, and other health impairments. We treat all campers the same, using people-first language, providing choice to the camper when choices are available, and demonstrating the least dangerous assumption. What is that least dangerous assumption? The least dangerous assumption is the assumption that all people, regardless of disability, have total competence in all realms of life. Communication, the ability to choose, the ability to participate fully in a project, the ability to live without restrictions that a disability may provide. Always assume that the camper that you are serving can make choices, can communicate, can be independent. Watch closely for those signs of independence and step in only when needed. For example, most campers will have a definite opinion on what activity they will want to participate in during activity time. Assuming that you know what the camper wants to participate in would not be politically correct. Providing the camper an independent choice would be the first step, then helping to guide the choice would be the second option, with the choosing the activity for the person being the dead last option. This sounds easy, but it's really not, because we all have assumptions. One scenario may look like this. Johnny liked fishing yesterday, so he might want to do it today. Because Johnny cannot speak, he'll be okay with fishing again today. But maybe Johnny, when given a choice, wants to go and paint in the craft area. Always provide choices and keep a least dangerous assumption mindset. To keep all persons safe and above reproach at R4, we utilize the 2+ team method. There should always be at least 2+ persons with a camper. Basically, it's not okay to be alone with a camper. Another person should always be present when interacting with a camper during the camp, at least within visual sight. Not only does this protect all volunteers from allegations, but if a health situation arises, such as a fall or a seizure, there are 2+ witnesses to the event that can render appropriate help to the situation. For example, a camper wants to go fishing but is the only camper that chose that activity. So the camper plus 2 volunteers head to the lake, where the camper gets a hook stuck in their fingertip. One volunteer can work on comforting the camper while the other volunteer texts for help. The 2+ team rule includes assisting any camper in the restroom. So speaking of restrooms, preferred assistance is a female helping a female and a male helping a male, but the witness can be either sex. So if a 20-year-old female camper that has an intellectual disability needs to use the restroom and needs help with the buttons on her jeans, it is preferred that a female assist in the buttons, but that the second volunteer can be of either sex. As I mentioned earlier, every minute of the day is scheduled for the time that we are at camp. Please, please, please follow the schedule that has been provided by being on time and dismissing the activity on time.
Get your knees up!
Parents are entrusting us to provide a safe environment for their campers while they are trying to experience camp for themselves by attending fun events, talk groups, or just time knowing that their campers are engaged in a fun R4 experience. It is important that the camp leadership know where the children are during the activities to provide parents that relief, but that can only happen if the schedule is followed. If, for any reason, a change to an event or schedule is needed, camp leadership should be notified immediately. Behaviors are gonna happen. Please rely on trained staff, the one-on-one staff, and parental input to help manage any behaviors. A variety of campers with disabilities provides for a variety of behaviors that may be unique to their disability. So, if a behavior is happening, such as a meltdown which involves crying or screaming, or repetitive motion that becomes more visibly intense, stay calm. The one-on-one assigned buddy to the camper should be the first level of intervention. If more assistance is needed, the one-on-one buddy will ask for assistance as they have been trained in the behaviors of the camper. If you believe that the behaviors need more intervention than is being provided, please do not discuss the behavior out loud. Just text the retreat leadership team using the R4 app to voice your concerns for assistance. Well, that's a quick overview of the information that we believe is necessary for all volunteers. We are so thankful for your time, your finances, your energy that you are giving to the R4 families and the retreat. In the book of Ruth, Boaz thanks Ruth for staying with her mother-in-law with a people group that was not her people. Just as you are coming to serve people that are new to you, we pray, Ruth 2:12 over you. The Lord repay you for what you have done, and a full reward be given you by the Lord, the God of Israel, under whose wings you have come to take refuge. An email will be sent to all volunteers prior to the retreat that will provide more information on schedules, emergency contacts, and an R4 app information. Thank you so much for your willingness to be a part of the R4 retreat team.